Right, I'm back again for another video. This time it's the Quintero Panatela. Big fan of the Quintero. I've smoked quite a few of them. I quite enjoy them. For the price they're at, they're brilliant. I rate them a little bit higher than the Piedras. No, they're a nice little cigar. It's at the cheaper end. Not been able to get the Tubularis for a while, so I've got myself a box of the Panatelas. If you go off the date stamps on the top of the boxes, the Hunter and Frankel, import stamps, these were 2001, so already 10 years of age on them. You turn the box over at the back. I haven't got the box with me. It's quite funny. You've got the original sort of stamped health warning, then you've got the text health warning, and over the top of that you've got the picture health warning. I had a look for the box date and didn't fully look it up, but it's CCUA. I will find out what that is in a moment. I know it's a 99, but I can't remember what UA stands for. So I've been wanting to give one of these a try. So I'm finally getting around to it tonight. It's been sat in my humidor downstairs for a while. Got a lovely aged tobacco smell to it. It's a little bit fusty, but you can smell the age on it. The wrapper's held up okay. It's a little bit dusty. No bloom on it. The band's slightly different to the last ones I had. It's got kind of a copper kind of edging around the band. Wrapper's very teethy, very bumpy sort of thing, but for what they are and the price you pay, they're pretty good. It's my trusty slice again. I love this cutter. Okay. Don't have any large cigars at hand, so it could be fun. Right, forgot to do the pre-light. So that's okay. It's got a lovely toasted tobacco taste to it. Draws a little tough. Very, very light. Got kind of it's got that kind of toasted tobacco. There's a bit of nut at the back of it. Slightly earthy, but it's very, very mild to start off with. But no, I'm already a fan of the Quintero, so I'm actually looking forward to this. Love to compare sort of like slightly younger to slightly older ones. Don't exactly get the best grasp because obviously it's a natural product, so harvests vary from year to year. People leave the factory, new rollers come in, don't know what you get in. There's always the infamous bad one in every box, and there's always a bad box. Getting slight hints of sweet cedar. There's quite a lot lingering at the background. It's got a lot more potential. Quite florally. Finished becomes quite floral. It's quite nice. Right, I'm going to crack on with this. I don't know how long it's going to take to smoke, as I say, because it's drawing quite slow. But that's good. Right, I shall be back shortly. The cigars come a little bit more complex as the first third's gone on. I'm well into the middle run now. The core of the flavour has become a lot creamier. It's kind of almost a fruity, tangy sort of taste coming through to it. The bit of spice, but not a lot. Just subtle amounts of spice on the finish with some kind of like savoury, earthy tones. Still got that floral edge kind of just lingering there at the back of the palate. It really wants to come forward, and it's just sitting there consistently throughout. The cigar's still very, very mild. The age has kind of zapped away any strength it's got. I'm actually wanting to smoke a cigarette while I'm smoking this to try and give me the nicotine. The joys of being an addict, eh? But no, I'm the middle's starting, staying quite samey, but it's getting a lot creamier. So there's some lovely kind of cedary, oaky sort of woody tones to it. Nuttiness has gone, and the earth's still sat on the finish, but it does have a beautiful aromatic edge to it. The draw's still a little firm, but it's alright. It's a small cigar. It's not going to take a lot. Okay, so I'm going to be back after I finish the middle. It's not changing too much from the first third so far. There is kind of an element more of a, it's kind of a spicy sort of cinnamon kind of edge to it. But no, I really do like the Quintero. So I'll be back as I'm hitting the band sort of thing. As you can see, I've decided to keep the band on today. I'm sure there must be a reason why, but at the moment I couldn't really tell you what it was. Right, okay, so I still need to finish editing the video that you're going to watch that I uploaded before this one, but I haven't actually uploaded it yet because I'm still editing it at the same time as making this one. So yeah, I'll be back. Right, so I'm into the last third of this cigar now. The middle run's got very interesting. Kind of as I was venturing into the final third, the flavour got, wow, still quite creamy, but then all of a sudden out of nowhere all the fruits all came back, very, very berry. Not quite cherry, not quite blueberry, but kind of a very, very berry flavour. The spice is growing, it's becoming almost peppery. So kind of cinnamon with a little bit of pepper on the finish. Still quite creamy, still got those floral tones, but the fruit, wow, really was not expecting that. In 1 minute it's kind of tangy with a subtle fruity taste, then bam, it almost tastes like I'm eating fruit. Well, it's not quite that extreme. It's not like smoking like an aromatic pipe tobacco or anything like that. But no, it's a very, very enjoyable little cigar. If any of you ever anywhere duty-free airports or anything like that, or in a shop that has quite a few boxes and you're thinking of picking yourself something up, grab a box of these. I don't know if they like it, what all the other crops are like, but from what I gather 99 was a bad crop, and if this is what a bad crop produces with a bit of age on it, I don't know what a good crop produces with a bit of age on it. Obviously I'm not expecting a lot from the Quintero. You don't expect a lot from the Quintero. It's a cheap cigar, but many people overlook some of the cigars, some of the Cuban cigars, some of the marks out there. Things like Santa Cristobal. When you find a Santa Cristobal fan, they love them. When you find a Fonseca fan, they love them. They don't want anything else. But the Quintero are great. I can understand why Captain Quintero exists. So I smoked this in honour of you, Captain Quintero, and I shall be back with my general review of it, my overview of the whole cigar. But so far, this last third's continuing with the fruity flavours, but they fade instantly in the finish. Quite a bit of pepper and spice, just powerfully spicy on the finish. Getting a little bit bitty now, showing its less than premium construction. But right, like I say, I'll be back. The rate this is smoking, I'll be back in a few minutes. The question is though, how far do you go with it? Get at me, man. I am tempted to go all the way to the very end. But anyway, I'll catch up with you in a bit, yoff. I'm calling this one a day now. It's getting a bit tarry, a bit bitter, a bit acrid at the end, sort of thing. But But no, this has been a very, very enjoyable little cigar. The last third still had the fruity edge to it. The spicy and pepperiness has grown. Fruit, I say, is pretty much petered out by this point. It was still there. Towards the end, the draws have been quite licoricey, quite spicy sort of thing. Still got like hints of sweet cedar and bean there, but the florally notes are pretty much gone. Still quite aromatic. Still quite aromatic for a little cigar like this. They're a great smoke. They truly are a fantastic little cigar. Just wish more people were prepared to try them. They only come in one size. They look a little bit lonely sometimes in the counter. I've not had them for a while, so they look very lonely when they come back. I include them in quite a few of my mixed cigar packs. They're definitely worthy of that. Yeah. A very, very smooth smoke. Even the peppery, spicy tastes. Quite strengthful and intense, but the back fresh, tangy, fruity flavour behind it. I mean, this would be brilliant. Somebody who's never smoked a Cuban cigar before, it's right up their street. The added age has made a big difference. It's brought a lot more flavours into it. It's a lot more complex. Nothing's sharp, everything's smooth, it flows in with itself. That sudden hit of berry and fruit, that was a bit of, took me off guard sort of thing. That's the only kind of sharp dynamic change it's had. Everything else has been very, very smooth, very, very gradual. But no, Quintero have aged very, very well. I mean, it's not really the kind of thing you'd consider buying to mature, but definitely you should give them a try. If you can pick up an old box at duty free, things like that. I mean, I managed to get a couple of old boxes of Hoyos from Dubai. They were like 98s, 99s. Just one thing I will say, whenever I'm tasting cigars, I like to taste just the cigar, so I drink predominantly water. Try and keep my palate as clean as possible. I haven't had to drink too much during this cigar. It's quite light, even with the licoricey, peppery, fruity taste. It doesn't leave a horrible taste in your mouth. It's quite a pleasant long finish. I do have to keep having a bit of water because it's summer. But, although I'm not going to mention anything about the weather or the temperature. I had a guy from Arizona who was visiting. He was in the shop yesterday. He kind of looked at me, says, "What's up with you?" And I was like, "Knackered. It's too hot." He was like, "Too hot? This is nothing." And it's like, well, I guess you're right. Yeah. If he gets above 25, all hell breaks loose. But right, anyway, so thanks for watching. I'll be back with a bit of something else. I'm off to a friend's tomorrow, so I might take the camera and tripod with me. Take a couple of cigars, for the poker game. So I might attempt to do a group video review with a few of my friends. Need to choose something quite light, because not all of them like the big, strong, hefty cigars. So I'm going to have to take something quite light myself. I'll think of something kind of big humidor, big cabinet humidor full of things downstairs. But right, yeah. So like I say, thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you in a bit, mid up. All right, Zach.